Ready, set. Smash, smash. Set, go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down inside the 40. The Packers in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, Love. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's got it down to the 28. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Love now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they bring this one inside the 35.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Black Ultra.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Play action. It's Fields. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. But sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
We're scoreless after 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Fields going to move him around. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Touchdown, Bears! Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner. and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw now, here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
On third down, Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Oh, the return is Jones. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bears take over.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Taron Johnson made the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Love. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 56 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Love looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Fields on third down. Setting up the screen, Harris. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Jones. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
First down, Chicago.
This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll share the defense.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Third down and 1.
Steal. Check steal. Ready?
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to have the Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
A 2nd down throw for Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the right hash, this from 53.
53-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick the field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. It's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is in. Touchdown. 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, the field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Here we go. Ready.
Love from the gun. Flush to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready up.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing. Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 45-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 1st down, Love to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Off play action, Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are right back in this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go. Green gap.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll set up the screen to McBride.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready?
Love.
That's to his running back, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Now Fields. This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Jones now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been playing for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First throw in overtime by Fields. Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Muscles by at the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
1-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So it's all come down to this for Anders Carlson. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Fields now to throw. He's got Mooney, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we?
Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And it is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Draw play, a give to Herbert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. On first down, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let